Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer from J Stern Designs, and today I'd like to give you a sneak peek at all the fun we're going to have during my classes at a Stitches at Home event. This Stitches at Home is going to be November 6, 7, and 8, and the best part is you get to work in your own sewing room on your own machines. And I'm going to be teaching 3 classes that feature the serger. So if your serger is sitting in the box or sitting getting dust on it, now's the perfect opportunity to dust it off and join me. The first class I'm going to be teaching is break your serger out of the box, and it's a unique opportunity to really get to know your serger and to explore a lot of things your serger can do other than just finish edges. You can see in front of me I have a few samples of things that we're going to work on, and I just wanted to show you some of the interesting ones. There's much more than this, but one thing is I'm going to show you how to go around curves and corners. And when I first started serging, I was really kind of surprised. I was working on this heirloom pincushion project, and it was an oval shaped pincushion. And one of the steps was I had to clean finish the edge on the serger. And when I was going around the corner, I couldn't keep the fabric under the presser foot and the stitches kept falling off the edge. So I'm going to show you how to work with your serger and your differential feed to get perfect results, whether you're working on an outside curve or an inside curve. And your differential feed has a lot to do with how successful you are. Then I'm going to show you easy ways to serge a corner. Okay, so an inside corner and an outside corner. We're going to examine a 4-thread stitch so you can see which thread is forming which part of the stitch. That way, if your stitch is less than perfect, it'll be really easy for you to identify how to adjust the tensions or the settings to get it to look better. Then once we get through all those nuts and bolts kind of things, I'm going to show you some decorative things. I'm going to show you how to do a rolled hem on a few different kinds of knits. And I'm going to show you how to get smooth results. And I'm also going to show you how to do a lettuce edge, which is a wavy kind of cool decorative effect. And also how to use a decorative thread to finish edges like fleece. This is a really pretty edge, and I used a pearl crown rayon in the upper looper here. But one of the things I'm also going to share with you is how to start and stop in the round. You can see here it's barely noticeable that I started and stopped, and I'll show you how to deal with these tails in class. Then I'm going to share my favorite stitch of all times, the flat lock or the reverse flat lock. And when you stitch it, it looks like a wide 3-thread stitch until you pull it apart and the magic happens. So I just thought I would share this with you on camera. So when you open up your fabric and you pull it open, you get these decorative ladders that are really, really pretty. So you can use this as a decorative technique. It also creates a flat seam. So if you're working with a garment that fits snugly, these seams lay flat so they don't chafe as much. So this is a really cool technique. We're going to do much more as well. So to get ready for this class, what you need to do is go into your stash and cut yourself a bunch of rectangles. They can be any size you want. You just want to make sure they're big enough that you can work with them. And for most of the techniques, you're going to need 2 pieces. And then for curves and corners, if you cut yourself some 8-inch squares or 10-inch squares, we can use those and we can curve the edges, to learn how to sew around the edges. And also you're going to print out your workbook pages. Print them out, and if you have page protectors, that's really handy to put the handout in a page protector, because then after we do a sample, you can stick that right in there, so you'll have it as a reference for when you're working on your serger. Once you make friends with your serger, you can join me for an Easy Fit and Sew tea class, which I'm wearing the tee. This class is really cool because we're going to be getting together twice during the weekend. During the first class, we're going to take some quick body measurements and adjust the tee to fit you. So if you have trouble with your tees or your knit tops sitting on your shoulders properly, if you're always tugging them because they're pulling to the back or they're pulling to the front, make note of all of the things that you need to address, because in the first class, I'm going to show you how to make some simple pattern adjustments to get a great fit. All right, and I have a few pattern adjustments here to show you. For example, if you need more room in your bust, I can show you how to do a full bust adjustment. How to add ease if you'd like a tee that is more of a fit and flare. And then I'm going to show you a variety of shoulder adjustments, whether you have a forward shoulder, a forward shoulder joint. If you have a high round back, I can show that as well. Whatever your fitting issues are, we're going to adjust them in the first class, and then you'll have time between the first and second class to cut out your pieces and have them ready to sew. Because in the second class, we're going to sew our tee together, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to finish the neckline and the hem. So this is going to be a really fun class. Everybody will leave with a finished t-shirt. So I really look forward to you joining me for that. And then if the t-shirt seems like it might be a little bit ambitious, I also have another beginner serger class, the Quick and Easy Serger Tote. And the cool thing about that is you do the entire thing on the serger. This is what it looks like. Okay, it's a really good sized tote, and there's 2 straps. And you can see here I used that reverse flat lock. That's my favorite technique to embellish the handles. So we're going to make embellished handles, and we're even going to create a little pocket hanging off the top edge here so you can throw your keys in there so they don't fall to the bottom of your bag. Pick out your favorite fabrics, and there's instructions to have everything cut out before class starts. So we'll be ready to start constructing this tote. So I think there's a little bit of something for everyone who owns a serger. So I hope you will join me for one or all of these classes. If you have any questions about fitting, or if you have any concerns before the class starts, please feel free to reach out to me. I will put my email in the description below so you can contact me ahead of time. I hope you enjoyed this little preview, and I hope to see you in class at Stitches at Home, November 6, 7, and 8, right from the comfort of your own sewing room.